I was thinking about the scripture in Mark chapter 6. It's so powerful. Okay, it says, listen to these verses. Mark 6. Jesus left there and went to his hometown, accompanied by his disciples. When the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were amazed. Where did this man get these things, they asked? What's this wisdom that has been given him? What are these remarkable miracles he's performing? Isn't this the carpenter? Isn't this Mary's son and brother of James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon? Aren't his sisters here with us? And they took offense at him. In verse 4, Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honor except in his own town, among his relatives, and in his own home. He could not do any miracles there except lay his hands on a few sick folk and heal them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. I just find it so fascinating because here we have two sets of amazement. They're amazed at Jesus for his wisdom, his miracle, and Jesus is amazed at their lack of faith. Now, you'll be amazed at someone's prosperity, their talents, their growth, and at the same time take offense at them. Isn't that something? Don't we face that sometimes? I know I have. People will admire me and at the same time not like me for whatever reason. And Jesus is showing us that this is a common occurrence, apparently, because it says here that they were amazed at him. His wisdom. They recognized that he had wisdom, Jesus did. And they recognized that what he was doing was remarkable. They acknowledged it. And yet, it says in the very same verse 3, they took offense. I find that mind-boggling, don't you? I just find it weird. But you know, the thing I've been thinking about this morning is the fact that I have access to so much. I have access to source. I have access to the creator. I have access to the maker of heaven and earth. I have access to the God who tells the ocean to come this far and no further. The waves in the ocean. I mean, think about that. I have access to the God who created the galaxy. Oh my gosh, this just gives me like, whoa. I have access to the almighty, supernatural. And yet, I wonder, how many times have I not experienced my next because I do not give him the honor, the respect, the reverence that he deserves? Just like these people. I wonder if I would have experienced healing sooner in my life if I had recognized who was in my midst, that God is in my midst, that I have access to him. I just wonder. I wonder that for us as a whole, too. We have access to God. We have access to so much, but we may not experience our next level of growth, our next level of development, our next level of better, because we are like these people. We have this attitude. We're so familiar with God and learning about him and hearing about him, the resurrection, and he died and he rose on the third day, that we no longer expect our lives to be resurrected because, well, we've heard that story already. Can you relate to that? I can. And yeah, I've been hearing that since I was growing up. Oh yeah, I grew up going to church. So we no longer we can't experience what he has for us because we have taken out the honor that he is due, just like these people. My gosh, it's so scary. As a business owner, I meet people like this quite often. I'll meet people, I'll be wondering, I won't say it to them, but I'll be wondering, why is she in this situation? Why is she living below her potential? Why? And I'll actually offer to help. Sometimes they don't take the help. They refuse it because, well, it's just me. I mean, it's not like that girl. Can she really help me? So they don't see me as the help that I can provide. I just go, okay. I think Jesus is probably like this right now. He's just like, you know what? I can't do anything here. Here we have the Son of God in the midst of them. And he's like, you know what? I can't do any mighty works here. I can't do any miracles here because of the lack of faith. Oh my gosh. I find this scripture here so mind-blowing because I'm wondering, am I doing that right now in my own life where I have access to the maker of the universe, and because I had somehow extracted the honor that's due him, the respect, the reverence, he can't continue to do the miracles that he needs to do in my life. In other words, I can't access my next. We have to ask ourselves right now, am I forfeiting my next because I do not see God for who he is? Today, like I said, today's Healing Monday. Ask yourself, could my financial life be healed if only I would recognize the access that I have and take advantage of it? Would my relational life be healed? Would my emotional life be healed if I would just take access? Access makes a difference. A lot of people have the access, but they don't know how to use it. People living in America have access to a whole bunch of programs and things that can help them to start businesses and do this and do that. But they live below the poverty line because they're familiar with the American system, not realizing what they have access to. I'm just saying, consider the scripture. Make sure that you are not like these people in any area of your life, where you look at the greatness and awesomeness of what's around you and you don't take advantage of it, you don't access it because, well, you can't see right. Your vision is limited. You know what I mean? Because when we honor God, it gives us access to the unusual. It gives us access to it. He shows up when we give him honor. That's what I know. When I get on my prayer line with my prayer circle, I just start out saying, God, you are the God of the universe. You are the God of the maker of heaven and earth. I remind myself, I'm not reminding him, I'm reminding me, so that I don't lose access to what he has for me. I don't lose access to the growth and the possibility and the promise. So I give him the honor first. I recognize him and I tell him that I know that he is who he is. He's almighty. He's powerful. He's the way maker, the promise keeper. I'm telling you, because these people right here, I don't want to be these people in this chapter, Mark 6. And the funny thing is, it says that he left there and went to his hometown. So you're thinking, he's in his hometown. He should be supported, right? How many of us have people in our lives that we think should be supporting us, but they're not? Same thing with Jesus. He says it. He's without honor in his hometown, in his own home, among his own relatives. So don't be surprised if you're trying to do something great and you're not getting the support you thought you would. Because clearly the maker of the universe was having the same issue. I'm saying all this to say that be sure to access your next because you believe God for who he is. The healing you deserve and need in your life in the different areas because you believe that it's possible. That's all I got for you today. Have a great day. Here at Eve Speaks, all we do all day long is what? Heal, aspire, and grow. Go get them, girl. Show up for you and access your next. Have a great day. Bye-bye.